are we supposed to be talking about?
What's up, guys? It's Clancy, and as you can probably tell, why are you laughing?
Nothing. I'm excited for the video.
As you can tell, we have moved in together. It happened, it's done. How are you feeling?
Good. We're in. We're drinking again on the YouTube.
We're drinking again?
People made fun of me because I was drinking the water.
Oh my gosh, that's so true. You always need a drink next to you.
Oh yeah, can't get parched.
Do I make you nervous?
Nervous? Yeah.
So I thought it'd just be fun. Zach even asked Band-Aid. Zach even asked what are we talking about? And I'm like, listen, I'll take care of this. I'm just gonna be talking about the decision to move in together, how it's been so far, the process, all of that. Stick around, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell for notifications, and then, what's the third one I always say?
Follow me on Instagram.
Yeah, social media. So not him, he doesn't have one.
Yeah, don't find me.
All right, so first of all, I think a really interesting thing is talking about just how long have we been dating, first of all?
We've been dating 10 months.
Good. If you took more than 3 seconds, it would have been over. So yeah, when we moved in together, it was 10 months. But tell them just kind of about, we were talking about moving in together way sooner than probably most people would.
Well, we didn't know where we'd be moving. We didn't know we'd be in Cincinnati. So I think we were trying to have a educated conversation on timelines, cities, if we were to move across the country, would we live together? I think initially, if we're being honest to YouTube, I don't think you wanted to move in together within under a year. And I think 10 months was soon for me as well. But I think my point of view was if we were gonna try to uproot Dayton, Cincinnati and go to, I don't know, XYZ city, it would be weird if we didn't live together. So if I were to move because we were gonna stay together, I thought and then I'm in just a solo apartment by myself in a city where I don't know anybody, that's where I was more concerned of well, why would we do that? Because I'm moving to be with you. So I think it was a good give and take conversation back and forth, because ideally then we landed on, if we stay in Cincinnati, we were actually going to get different apartments. So we did come to the decision, if we move in together. If we eventually stay in Ohio where I live, we can both get different apartments and make the transition still easy while being in the same city. And then that quickly changed from that. I feel like it was a weekend, the next weekend later, we were no, I think you got the offer. Did you get the offer?
I know in my head I made the decision before I got the offer. From my perspective, I don't even know how many months we were talking when you randomly texted me. We were just texting like we normally do, and you're maybe we were 5 months into talking. And you were yeah, so I guess we'd probably be moving in together a lot earlier than most relationships just because of the circumstances. And I remember I was just sitting at home and I was just
dun dun dun.
And I texted you back and I was I whatever I said, it wasn't no, but it was very obvious that I was no. And you were what?
I was I don't think I'm gonna move to Sacramento.
I know.
Or anywhere, Dallas, Texas, or Nashville, and just be by myself in a random city while you work the hours you do. So it would essentially be just me moving alone to a new city. I'm I don't think that's gonna work.
But then I worded, I was we'll see what happens. And in my head, I was I said we'll see what happens, but I was 1000% this ain't happening. We'll have to tell them in person, but so I was 100% no. But then I said, we talked through it, and I think the biggest thing was you never ever once pressured me you never once were we should do this, or you know what I mean? You were just this is just what I think. Seriously, boys, if you ever want to move in, no, and you genuinely meant it. You were just okay. And I told you, I was you almost were I don't want to, be confrontational about this, but I was no, I'm not asking this to be confrontational. I want you to tell me your reasons so that I can learn and see, you know what I mean? So I remember one night, one of the reasons you told me, and I was oh shoot, was Monday through Friday or Thursday, we don't see each other because of my hours. I work very weird hours. So you were let's say on Friday or Saturday, we want to meet new friends and just go out girls night, boys night. We wouldn't see each other then, ever. And
we would go a whole week in a
I was oh my gosh, that's so true. Because then every weekend I'd be oh, I have to hang out with Zach. Not we both said it, not have to, but it's I haven't seen him and I want to
feel obligated a little bit.
Yeah.
Whether you want to admit it or not.
Oh, you feel obligated?
I have to do this.
He came home from work and he's just oh, you filming today? Because the tripod was out, and I was no, we're filming.
No breaks.
So I thought that was a really good point. And then I remember it was around Valentine's Day that I was like, oh, even if we go to Cincinnati, like I want to move in together in my head. And then I was like, I discussed it. You came over on Valentine's Day and I was like, what did I say? I was like, what are your thoughts on this whole moving in together thing? Hadn't said that I changed my mind, kind of. You just turned a corner. He was like, oh yeah, like in Cincinnati, like definitely living separate. You were just like, I'm totally okay with that. And I was just like, oh, are you now?
Well,
Nice.
I was trying to do what you wanted to do.
And I respect, like, that was so nice. But then I was like, I think like the next week I was just like, so would you live with me in Cincinnati?
Hopefully, maybe.
Okay, so we've been living together for what? Like a little less than 2 weeks now?
A week and a half.
Yeah, so what are your thoughts so far?
It's been fine. I mean, good. It's been good. It's been fantastic. A 10 out of 10. Couldn't ask for anything better. This was the right move. No, it's been good. What I was gonna say, if you let me finish, we haven't gotten into our actual schedule yet. The first week or so has been, transition's been good. Our parents came down to help us move. That actually went easier than I thought. Place is, I like it a lot. I think you like it, don't you?
I love it.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah,
It's
you're
also a
so
10 out of 10.
like, just like,
Fine and
it's
goods.
okay.
Um,
Fine and good.
But then I think next week, when you actually start, will be when we really get in our groove what we're going to be doing essentially the next 3 years.
So I never thought I would ever move in with anyone after less than a year of dating them. Like seriously, like in the slightest sense of the word. Also, I was nervous one thing about picking out the apartment.
Yeah.
Having to
That
agree
was-
on the same apartment.
Do you want to tell them about that?
Yeah, you tell him.
You tell them.
You tell him. I don't know where you're going with this.
We looked at a few around town and we thought we settled on one, which was actually going to be the same place where one of my best friends and his girlfriend lived. So we were excited about that. It was closer to downtown, but it wasn't perfect. It was big, it was 2-bedroom. It had a gym in the building. There was no pool. It was just one building instead of like a little community.
Like something was just like meh.
It was a little bit older, not quite as renovated, and still expensive though. So that's the key. I mean, I can live in something that's not perfectly renovated, but then it shouldn't be as expensive. It's the cost and the value. We applied for that, felt good.
We decided, and then I love real estate, so I was like, hey, can we just look at these places for fun next weekend? Like just for fun. Like literally this was just supposed to be like, my mom and I always like look at random houses, like even just in general. So this was purely for fun. And you had recommended the place that we are living in now. You had heard of it.
Yeah, I wanted to live here kind of from the get-go, so you can talk about how much you hated it.
Actually, a funny conversation we had that morning was you said to me, it's gonna be weird if we were gonna have to pretend to be enthusiastic because we already have a place picked out. You said that, and I was like, yeah, that'll be weird. We go and we see the first like apartment, like not the one we're in now, just like a different setup. I hated it. I hated everything about it. I hated what it was. I hated what it stood for. But I could see like Zach was just like liking the community and so what like all that. So, like he was kind of just like, I don't think you loved the setup either, but you were more just like open-minded, and I can just see you were just like.
It had carpet. It was more closed. It was 2-bedroom, so the living room was smaller.
Oh man, and I just was not having it. So then we go back to the leasing office, and I'm just like, let's go get lunch. But then you.
Well, she first said it.
Yeah.
So she said, because we wanted a 2-bedroom, so we could have our bedroom, more space, and then a room for her to get ready in the morning, and then do this. But then she said, hey, we just got approval for our 1-bed and a den that's the same size as 2 bedrooms. It's just not technically 2 bedrooms, obviously, for significantly less.
200 less than it would be.
And she said, I can go take you guys there, show you it, if you want to see it. And I'm like, well, yeah, no brainer. It's gonna be the cheapest place we had looked at. In the community I liked, I was worth going to see. And I could see in my sweet Clancy's eyes, she was very angry with me. But she played along.
Yeah.
Angrily, you could tell. She scared our lady walking us
No,
around.
I did not.
She actually quit the next day.
She did.
Quit. She quit the next day. Clancy scared the living bejesus out of her.
Can we confirm that I was nice?
It's not confirmed she quit because of Clancy. Events line up too closely to be a coincidence. But anyways, so we come up here, she opens up the door, and I was in heaven.
And I wanted to hate it so badly, but I was like, what the heck? Why do I love this place? And I just loved it. Like I was like, wow, this is just immaculate. This is beautiful. I freaking loved this place. It's just like perfect for us.
Yeah, it's good size. That's what we wanted, 1,200 plus square feet, which is nice.
No, I think it's perfect. And I think we came to like the conclusion of moving in together and which apartment we would live in, just in like really amicable ways, like respecting each other. So, good job. That's pretty much everything. Just wanted to kind of do that little life update. You guys are going to be seeing moving vlogs and just a really fun little vlog we filmed yesterday. Remember?
What did we film yesterday?
Making one for lunch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, you have a lot more in store. So, definitely subscribe if you're not already. And follow me on social media because a lot of people already even know this happened. I kind of give like little sneak peeks of my life on there. So, yeah, that's everything for now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Zach, do you have anything else to say?
Till next time.
Bye.